Now we're taking a look at winning plays.
Brunson, once again, three-pointer, puts it in. What a start from Brunson. The Brunson burner is lit early.
Like, I would argue that viral video of Jalen Brunson in the park with Rick Brunson when it was hot, at whatever age that was, Jalen at Stevenson, Jalen at Villanova, Jalen in Dallas, Jalen when he got to the Knicks, all those versions were winners in terms of what is required to win. The winning part, either you have it or you don't.
Yeah, you kind of have to learn how to win at a young age. You kind of have to learn. Obviously, you want to learn the fundamentals of basketball, but you have to learn to hate losing. Like, you can't just go into the game wishing like it is what it is, whatever the outcome is. Like, no, you have to go into the game like not wanting to lose. You can that's just not an option. To have the mentality. If you have that mentality as a kid, like, you're gonna be competitive for life. Yeah, it's just a mentality that you have to have in order to be good with yourself.
Yeah.
Like I'm no matter what I do night in and night out, I know that like I'm giving it everything I can to try and win this game. Right. I hate to lose, but I can live with trying to play the right way and losing versus not playing the right way and winning.
Got it. That makes sense. All right, so let's get to some of these winning plays, shall we? Because we got plenty. Boy, December 15th in Phoenix, that was a show to behold. Don't scratch your head like you don't know what we're talking about. The 50-piece, the perfect performance from the three-point line.
It's just so competitive, and we hit the league by storm.
That team was so well connected as Brunson is officially...
Jalen, you had to surprise yourself a little bit in this one.
100%.
Okay.
I didn't know I had 47 until like that. It was a timeout, and then I looked up and I was like, "Oh, Jesus!" But yeah, I don't know. Ball was just going through the hoop that day.
But in that game, Jalen, it was on a tricky road trip. How much of that was a bounce back thing, was a winning play, was I hate losing and I hated the way we showed up in Utah that just fueled this outburst?
Yeah, the way we showed up or didn't show up in Utah was unacceptable on all our parts. Like, we were just, like, we don't go around like telling each other like, yeah, that's like BS, like, it shouldn't have happened, whatever. Like, we all kind of knew like, yeah, that's not how we play basketball. And so we need to be better. And obviously we knew going to the Phoenix game, we're thinking we have a full plate in our hands. And it goes back to what we talked about. When you're focusing on the little things, not really focusing on what shows up on the stat sheet, like, that stuff happens. Like, I wasn't thinking like, I need to get 50 this game. I never think like I need to score a certain amount of points. Obviously I'm gonna be aggressive. Like, that's just how I'm wired, but things happen when you're flowing out there.
I know you said this offseason you worked on three-point shooting. This was a beautiful representation of that. But what exactly about your three-point shooting have you worked on?
Just being more consistent. Like, there's only so much you can like work on. Be like, all right, I'm gonna work on this, and I'm gonna do it in the game when this happens. Like, I try to work on all aspects of my game, and so when it comes to the point where that needs to be used or needs to be like clicked, like, I've worked on it so much that it's just a habit.
All right, we talked about your balance earlier. Now this is your balance on the defensive end. Because at time of recording this piece, leading the league in charges drawn.
They got numbers if they push.
Strus kicks it out in the corner, and another offensive foul. That's the fourth.
How many people can say the star of their team is the guy that leads the team in charges taken?
Not a lot.
Yeah, I'm hip. Trust me, I know.
I mean, unless you want me to go challenge shots at the rim.
Good point. We should all stay in our lanes.
Yeah, stay in our lanes.
With the charges, though, is that something that you practice? Like, how do you become a league leader in charges?
Opportunity. Coincidence.
Are you serious?
I mean, I'm usually down the baseline, and I'm usually sometimes in that help position. So like, the times where I'm guarding somebody who's not on the baseline all the time, who's on top of who's above the free throw line or whatever, like, I'm probably not gonna get in charge, unless it's like in transition or something. It's just, it's opportunity, it's coincidence, and obviously you gotta kind of you gotta buy into it. You can't be like, I don't want to take a charge. You gotta like buy into wanting to like, yeah.
But also, like, it's basketball IQ. Like, you're in the right place in terms of
Yeah,
help,
I'm
like
saying,
all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you understand like the principles like your defense and stuff like that. But I'm just talking about like it takes the offensive player to kind of get past your teammate or whatever, or not get past your teammate or however it happens, and for you to come over and help. It's all about like the opportunity of it actually like building up.
I don't like you throwing coincidence in there, but I get it.
It's a coincidence.
It's
a coincidence.
It's a coincidence that happens often in your world. You lead the league. It's not coincidence. It is, though, the timing on some of these for you. Like, just the willingness to sell out. Like, you're just going to come up with the stop at all costs. Nice. Okay, but, like, let's stop there, though. Were you just taking a minute to catch your breath? Because every time you hit the ground, people are like,
Sometimes I just catch my breath. Sometimes I'm like why? Like, why? Like right here, you can see like a gaze in my eye. I'm like, just why do I consistently do this?
All right, we're going to get into a little bit of your defense here. Oh, and look, your dunks are coming up. It's fantastic stuff.
I'm happy.
Well, it's more than a layup. So we're gonna round up instead of rounding down.
The ball game for the Knicks at 107-81. Brunson with the pick and the lay.
The steal first. Let's go back to the steal. As soon as Joel turned his back, you made this read, or how did?
I saw it, and then like he wasn't scanning the floor. So at first, like you kind of see me hesitate. I'm like, he's not looking at me. Mm-hmm. And then I just said, all right, just go get it. Like I was like that first like stutter step, I should have just got it, but like I was like, let me go. Like a couple games ago, it was a similar play. Someone caught it, and like he wasn't looking at me, and I kind of saw it, so I went. But as soon as I started to go, he turned around and looked this way, and my man was already cutting, and he got a layup. I was like, just don't look at Tibbs. Just
right. Come down, run the play. No eye contact at the bench.
Just run the next play.
All right, so this is not something you do a lot. How much thought went into like, all right, I'm gonna do this?
Once I got the steal, I saw the like no one ahead of me. Mm-hmm. I was like, I'm gonna try it. And then I felt Tyrese Maxey just like, I heard his footsteps. And he's obviously athletic. He can jump really high, and he's really fast. So like I kind of hesitated, and I just like power layup this. I was like, oh, I don't know what's about to happen here. But he didn't contest it, and then you can see right here, like I'm like looking at the rim, like they must have moved it or something. But
I mean, arguably you could have pump fake because he might have like tried to fly over.
I could have.
He could have.
I should have.
It's fine. No, this was fun too. This one.
This is a dunk.
Yeah.
This is a dunk.
Come on now, at home.
Knicks force a turnover. Here's Brunson ahead of the field. And this is the biggest deficit the Nuggets.
This was such a dominant performance all around, though, from y'all.
Yeah.
Just terrific stuff.
I'm just happy I dunked it. My first dunk of the year, and last probably.
Last? You can call last already?
Dunking takes a lot of effort.
It's fair enough.
Yeah, a lot of effort.
In general, Jalen, as right now, we know you are willing to make winning plays. We know that you are mindful as a leader. But in terms of the expectations, not even just the outside noise, but the expectations you guys have of yourselves, how do you manage? How do you manage holding the standard day in and day out so that the magic can be in the work, as you always say? And then also allowing a little bit of grace for the ebbs and flows of an NBA season.
One day at a time. One day at a time, not looking ahead, focusing on the next opponent. Just making sure that we are holding each other accountable. It's really easy to kind of just look ahead and let things happen and just be like, oh, I can't wait to play that team. Like, I've been waiting for that team. Like, no, like, we got to focus on one day at a time. And that includes practice. That includes, like, the days where we rest and recover or just watch film. Like, every single day has to be a process for us where we get, like, 1% better. And it sounds boring. It sounds like a really long season, which it is, but I mean, that's why there's only one team that wins it every year. And it's the team that can do it the best.